Hi, this is Allison, and today I am going to be reviewing two podcasts because I listen to podcasts every time I take a drive in the car. I have to go to work, I have to go somewhere. I always have a set of podcasts, and then I'll explore some more when I run out of listening to what I always listen to every week. But this one podcast was the first YouTuber I ever watched, and she has a podcast. She had a TV show about decluttering, and the reason this is so on topic for me right now is because my daughter is moving home and I have to rearrange everything that I have down here. So pardon the clamping you're hearing, but that's my dog walking around the floor. But the first video I want to talk about is the Clutterbug podcast by Cass. She has one up that I'm listening to as I try to get this work done under my stairs. It's called Tidy Home, Clear Mind, The Power of Decluttering for Mental Wellness. I couldn't agree more. I have an ADHD brain and I have clutter everywhere, and now it's even more important that I get it under control so that my daughter can move in, and she is a clean freak, and so it's getting her anxious. I'm anxious, and so I needed to listen to Cass. And this particular week that I'm listening to, she was talking about all kinds of studies and how people can move, how people can get into a tidy place. They need to be more tidy. Clutter is totally affecting us. It's totally affecting me. Right now I should be in there doing that, but I decided to put this video together, and there's reasons. My new camera is being charged, so I couldn't use my new camera out there. And second of all, I'm trying to figure out how I would video me running from one place to the other with this camera. So I'm working on the technology part, but she has listed in this video a bunch of studies that have been done, and that women have a chronic stress if they claim to live in a cluttered space. They have what she calls a flatter cortisol slope, and that's a huge sign for continuous stress, and that's really not the idea to have continuous stress. I mean, it affects every part of you health-wise, and I don't know about you, but I hate living at this stress level because it's like I want to run from everything when I'm stressed like this. But she has a bunch of really great ideas in there, and she talks about the studies, and I just thought it was really interesting, and I am actually playing that in the background so I don't have all the details about it, because I'm playing it in the background as I get my work done, as I try to declutter. And then I'm going to give you one fun one. This one was on a couple weeks ago. It's this podcast is called The Best Idea Yet. It's fairly new, and it's by Nick Martell and Jack Kravacy Kramer. And they find something like Legos or sneakers, and then they research it and give you the whole backstory on it. Well, this particular one was about Peeps candy. And who would know that Peeps candy has such an incredible long story behind it, and the ins and outs and the twists and turns of how we got Peeps today. And there's still controversy about the Peeps. But this candy maker in Pennsylvania, he was an independent candy maker, and he lived right down the street from Milton Hershey. Yes, the Hershey. So a little candy maker trying to earn some money when having to compete with Hershey. Yeah, it was tough. But he used, his idea of, let me just focus on one holiday. If I focus on one holiday, I can make it the biggest and the best, and I can work on it all year long. And so that's where he chose Easter. And they ultimately, like the title says, it's about Peeps. and how Peeps began, but it was in the back room of a little factory where people were hand making these sugary candies, and it blew up, and it finally you know, came to modernization, but everybody wanted in on the Peeps Act. So this one was really good. It's a little lengthy, but it was a really good, lighthearted, fun aha moment about how they got to these, whether you like Peeps or not. I don't care about them, but they have world record eating Peeps, and they have, I guess they had challenges about blowing up Peeps in your microwave. I don't know. There's so many things to do with Peeps, but that was a really fun one. So that's called The Best Idea Yet, and that's Nick Martell and Jack Gervasi Kramer. And the other one I am talking about is Cass, the Clutter Bug. I've bought her books, and her books are fabulous. She describes the type of clutter bug you are, depending on what affects you. Like, do you have to see things? Do you have to touch things? Do you have to have everything closed up? Do you have to label things? And there's a bug for each type of personality. So definitely give Cass a listen, and the Clutter Bug. And she has guest speakers on there all the time. But just listening to her is motivational alone. You know, she'll even tell you, pick up a bag while you're listening to this and just get 10 things out of each room, and just things, just great things. But today, my big problem is rearranging things. It's not that I can get rid of what I have, but I have to rearrange it so that I can make room for my daughter's stuff, because the stuff that I have is what I sell. So it's not like I can get rid of that. So I just have to get rid of the clutter, and you're going to see that in my next video. But today I just wanted to leave you with a review of 2 podcasts that I really enjoy watching, and I think you will too. So on that note, don't give up, because I'm not giving up. And if I can declutter, you can declutter. And you'll soon watch what I'm talking about. Some of my earlier videos, I did my craft room. It took me 2 weeks. This, I only have a week to get done. So don't give up, because I'm not giving up. You mean the world to me.